Hi everyone, welcome back to Hope and Coffee. I'm Hope and Coffee, and we are here just to have a conversation today. And this one felt a little bit kind of not self-serving, but it was more intriguing and something that I did with a book club a little while ago. And I would love if you went and if you were curious about it for yourself, then there are lots of free things you can go and Google online. But anyway, has anyone heard of the myers-briggs personality test? Anyway, what it is about 16 different personalities, whether introverted, extroverted, I think intuitive or sensing or intuitive, feeling or... it's 4 different letters. So I am an ENFJ. I am extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And those are just the letters that are associated with what this particular test that I ran across on 16personalities.com related to me. And it's funny because I took this test probably 10 years ago, and I was still the same thing. And the reason I bring it up is I have utilized this particular... Now, you may think that there's no scientific backing this up, and there's nothing scientific about backing this up, but there is... I don't know. There is a fun theory behind it, and it's always fun to examine the different personalities, in my personal opinion. I love exploring anything that can help me understand myself a little bit better. And that's why I do it. I just want to kind of understand maybe some of the perspectives about myself that I wasn't fully aware of in the past. And so what this particular test kind of talked about was my particular personality, the ENFJ, is the protagonist personality. It is the personality that has the teacher-mentor personality. And there were a couple little charts that had Myers-Briggs personalities that kind of had the dog, in the animal world, I'm the dog personality, the very friendly, outgoing, loving, love you anyway personality. In the Harry Potter world, I'm the Dumbledore personality. But anyway, so I'm extroverted, I'm intuitive, I'm feeling, and I'm judging. And that is about 2 to 3% of the population. And some of the things about this particular personality that this particular website kind of dives into is they say that the ENFJs are warm, forthright, love helping people with strong values, creative energies, and work to achieve their goals. We are usually called to serve a greater purpose in life with thoughtful and idealistic, having trouble with that word, and we strive to be a positive impact on other people and the world around us. We rarely shy away from doing the right thing, even when it's not the easy thing. Protagonist's secret weapon is our purity of intent. We are motivated, or they are motivated, by a sincere wish to do the right thing rather than a desire to manipulate or have power over people. So even when we disagree with someone, we still search for common ground. The result is that people with this personality type can usually communicate with, eloquence and a sensitivity that is nearly impossible to ignore, and particularly when we speak about matters that are close to our hearts. So, I don't know, y'all, if you've watched any of my episodes, some of my episodes, I think I probably have about 60 out there right now. I don't know, maybe y'all can tell me what you think. But even before I took this test, I think if you had asked my friends, family, even mentors, teachers, counselors, who were in and around me in my past, they would probably agree with almost all of this with regards to my type of personality. I know I love being not in a leader capacity, because I don't care if I'm a leader. I don't care if I'm a boss. I love helping other people reach their goals. That is my goal in life, is to help other people. I am motivated by sincerely helping other people reach their goals. I don't need anything from it. I don't expect anything from it. I simply want other people to succeed so they feel like they've reached their goals. And I'm pretty happy with that. Like, I like my personality that I got when I did this test. And I think it was very insightful for me reading it to be able to see that some of these things that had never been put into words for me I was like, wow, so there's a group of people out there, so I'm not just weird. There's actually a group of people who are similar in their mindsets to me like this. And I like that. I like that there's a group of people who have that purity of intent, who love helping and motivating other people, who have these strong senses of impacting other people in those positive ways. So they did say that we have a couple strengths in the ENFJ world, and we are receptive. We are very open to having conversations. So even though we can have strong opinions, we are also very receptive to having an open dialogue when it comes to listening to someone else's opinion as well, in order to see, we recognize that they have a right to their voice. We are reliable, and it is very, very infrequent that I will run late. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. And I would rather let myself down than let someone I have promised down. And I don't see that as a bad thing. They consider that a strength as well, but it's difficult for me to sometimes say no to people, and that might be a weakness. But we are very passionate. I agree with that. I love very magnanimously. I wholeheartedly love people. And so we'll pretty much give the shirt off my back if I feel like it will help someone in need, and will be very open and accepting of so many various ideas. But I am very passionate about other people also being able to have their voices heard as well. We are altruistic and known for harboring a deep desire to be a force of positive change. So we are genuinely believe that if we can bring people together, we can do a world of good. I always love bringing people together to make something better than what we can do individually. That is so true. And we're charismatic. I think it's because we are so... I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me if that's true or not. But I think that that's pretty true. I know I have had people tell me that I have a weird, not a weird vibe, but I have a vibe that they're just that I'm so easy to talk to. And I think it's because I am very accepting, and I'm very open, I'm very honest, I'm very candid. But I'm pure of intent. I don't walk into a situation with any ulterior motives, because I'm not usually walking into a situation for myself. I'm walking in with the purity of intent. When it comes to those weaknesses, we can be unrealistic because we do put pressures on ourselves to try to right every wrong, which of course we can't do, and that happens to be one of those protagonist sort of things. We try to be the hero, we try to save the day, but we're not going to save everyone, sadly, and that's kind of part of it. We can be overly idealistic, and if you've watched my episode about do we think people are mainly good or bad, I definitely think people are primarily good, but of course maybe that's being overly idealistic. We can be intense. And I don't really know. It says, when it comes to self-improvement, protagonists are rarely short on energy or determination, but they may not recognize that not everyone shares these qualities, and protagonists may push others to make changes even when they aren't ready. I try not to. I try to utilize empathy to understand that not everybody's going to be where I am in the world of change. But I always hope. And when they're ready, I do hope that they feel comfortable to talk to me when they're ready to take steps, if they want help. And then finally, we can be overly empathetic. Compassion is among our personality's greatest strength, but we do have a tendency to take on other people's problems as our own, to try to fix things sometimes. And it's a habit that can lead us to be emotionally and physically exhausted, which has happened on more than one occasion. Because I would rather bear the burden for someone else rather than them have to suffer. Not the greatest thing, because I can't do that for everybody. But anyway, again, I really like the Myers-Briggs personality test. I think it's very insightful. I would love if y'all would just, if y'all have ever taken it before, maybe you'll leave it down below and let me know what you are. But if you haven't taken it before, do you think you would be interested in taking it and just kind of seeing what personality you get? And if you do, would you share it? But anyway, thank you so much. And if you've made it this far, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you all on the next page. Have a great one.